I'm Luke Hatfield. I'm joined by Lewis Cox here at the Express and Star. Lewis, it was a good night for Wolves in terms of the result, beating 3-0 win over Reading, of course. The bad news, of course, the injury to Diogo Jota.
Yeah, it was almost an inch perfect night for Wolves, wasn't it? Really, in the way they responded from the Villa defeat. You know, the fact that Villa lost last night, we didn't see that coming, did we, with QPR, and the gap to third and so on like that. They did it professionally. I mean, Reading was so poor, but Wolves did what they had to do. They gave the fans something to cheer. Afobe scored. It was almost inch perfect, but that injury, midway through the first half, there was certainly cause for concern for Nuno. He was certainly concerned, worried, he said in his post-match interview, which, you know, I don't think he would really go on record saying that if he wasn't. We've heard and read and seen all season, haven't we, that Jota gets kicked around most games, you know, all games, because of his ability and flair. And
he normally gets back up though.
That's the thing, he does normally sort of rough it out. I know he's not South American, is he? But in that style where sort of the gritty South Americans can take a whacking and get back up. And interestingly, like it wasn't a bad tackle that I could see, and that Matt Doherty said last night. Apparently, it wasn't. Matt Doherty thought he'd rolled his ankle. And I think there's an Instagram picture going around, isn't there? There's an Instagram shot going around of Jota. He's put a picture out of his ankle, which doesn't look great. Heavily swollen. It looks a bit like a tennis ball down there. It doesn't look good. And I think he did say something about no foul or yellow card or something like that. So I mean, it was on the far side of the pitch to me. Maybe there was a foot left in there or something. But you know, he's a player that won't feign a knock, will he? He won't stay down for the sake of it, and he couldn't put any weight on it. It didn't look great at all. And I mean, Wolves fans keeping their fingers crossed that it's, you know, not as bad as it looks, and it'll only be a couple of weeks.
That's it. I mean, he's going to be a massive miss for Nuno. I mean, I know he's got players who can always fill in, but Jota's done so well this season, especially earlier on this season, scoring a lot of goals, creating a lot of chances. He's just going to be a big miss.
Yeah, he is, absolutely. And if it's going into the months, you know, we're talking a lot of the running, aren't we? And that's going to be a massive blow. I mean, you know, you'd wager that Wolves will cope with the ability and reserves they've got. But, you know, I suppose you take Neves out of the equation and maybe one or two others. He's the one you wouldn't have wanted to lose. I suppose, hopefully, if it is only a handful of weeks, then at least it's at a decent point of the season. They've got, you know, Reading was an attractive fixture last night at home. They've got another one this Saturday with Burton, one that the owners should be on Wolves to win the game. They should do that with little trouble, really, with Burton on the road anyway. And then it's the international break, so, you know, a decent time, as good a time as it to come around as it can be. But I mean, it's going to be a blow. You've always got, they've got people from the bench to come in, but without Jota, you know, you've got Costa one side, Caballero the other side. There's not that option to come in from the sidelines. You know, if things aren't going for the starters, you want someone to come in and be able to give it a spark. Caballero did last night. Costa did coming in from the start, and you know, they're going to lack someone coming from the bench. You know, maybe someone else will be able to come in and step up. Maybe we'll see more of Gibbs White. Who knows? We'll see. But not ideal for Nuno's men.
Not ideal at all, and a big miss for Wolves. For all the latest on them, make sure you stay with us at expressandstar.com.